Hi, my name's Barbara, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience with Dr. Jen. So, I heard about her at a ladies' meeting that we both attended, run by a mutual friend. Another lady in the group mentioned that she is a natural medicine doctor, which is right up my street. So, I determined right then and there that I am going to contact her. What I found out, though, is that her practice is a good hour and a half away, and that was going to pose a few problems. So I looked at her website and I discovered that she does online consultations. So I booked a 15-minute session with her to find out if she would be able to help me. So let me tell you what I was experiencing before I met with Dr. Jen. Actually, in October 2024, the usual season cough that I had, it would come to me when the change of season was there, but it never left me that year. It hung on and caused many coughing fits, tears streaming down my cheeks, and I felt totally drained. I would often end up with a leaky bladder, which was uncomfortable and embarrassing to say the least. I thought the warmer weather in Arizona would help, but that didn't do too much for me. I went to an allopathic doctor in March 2024, and he gave me a spray for postnasal drip. I tried the neti pot, steaming with eucalyptus oil. I stashed cough drops in every pocket and purse, and would use them every time I would sense a cough coming on. And although these gave me relief, it was never long lasting. I went to the doctor again in April 2025 and got sent for an x-ray and a CT scan. I'm still waiting to see a specialist. In December 2025, I got really sick and very weak. Coughing was my main symptom and a lot of tiredness. I could hardly walk up the stairs. Everything was an effort. I knew God had healing for me, and I continued to seek for it and ask for it. I knew that there had to be some sort of relief. I was really actually quite desperate, and the breathlessness stopped me from being able to do my exercise that I was usually able to do, and I just felt really awful. And of course, coughing is very, very draining. And people would look at me thinking that I was terribly contagious. It, it was horrible. So I met with Dr. Jen on the December 29th, 2025, and determined that I would do whatever I needed no matter what obstacles I would face, since we were actually going to be traveling from Canada to Arizona in January. And I knew that I was going to have to make some changes and leave out some foods. So by January 5th of this year, 2026, I started my protocol because all the medications had come in. We met again just last week on February 5th for a retest, and I was so pleased when I saw the results of most of my organs and tissues. Most of the foods I had to have eliminated tested positive again, and I could eat them, which proved that the way that I was actually feeling. I actually began to feel relief within the very first week. Slowly, the coughing diminished, and when I did, I would release a lot of mucus, but I was able to breathe more deeply again. I stopped peeing in my pants. I noticed coughing bouts getting less and less. I was able to start walking again, being able to walk up the stairs without puffing and panting and just about passing out. I was able to go for a walk outside, even started jogging a bit again. I would say that I was at least 70% better most of the time, sometimes even 80% occasionally. I still have to do a few things now for another few weeks, but I can actually see the healing now that I had believed for 26 months. I am extremely grateful to God for this and for connecting me with Dr. Jen. So I know a lot of people are skeptical about even going to naturopaths homeopaths and the things that they do. I've been to a naturopath before, and so I understand some of the testing that is going on. But to be honest, when I heard that this can all be done online, I wondered how that would be possible. Dr. Jen did try and explain it to me, and finally she just looked at me and she said, "You have to just believe." So I chose right then and there that I would, and I did. As I've come to think about it, in the last 150 years, I remember 150 years ago, people were probably skeptical about being able to talk to someone across town, never mind across the world. And nowadays, we send pictures and letters across the world. Do we understand it fully? No, we don't. And yet we use it. We trust that system. We don't understand how food gets digested. We put it in our mouth and we chew it, and it gets digested. We don't fully understand that, but we trust it. So I just decided to trust it. And the results that Dr. Jen found, she found mold and fungus and bacteria. I thought that there was something else inside me. It wasn't just a normal postnasal drip or something like that. I thought there's something in my system that is bugging me. Nobody wanted to check this out. And when Dr. Jen said, "I'm going to find what's going on inside you," I trusted her and she found it. I assure you, you will not regret taking this online treatment. Even in my retest, which I can have here in Arizona, where I am right now, I could get retested. I didn't have to go all the way back home. And the retest showed that things were changing, things were happening, things were healing. So take the steps, trust the system, apply the treatment, believe and receive your healing, and be blessed as you get onto your journey back to health. Bye, and bless you.